Everybody, welcome back. Now, I'm not trying to get you to agree with me, I'm just trying to get you to see with me. And today we're saying about the reasons I struggle to make male friends. Now, this is coming from a perspective of someone who's never really had that tight knit brotherly connection, just platonic, because I felt like in my experience, just the relationship I had to men, it would be cool, but it would never, grow into a long term friendship. And most times, the romantic experiences, even then, didn't feel like there was a valuable connection. It was more physical, and I never felt like I was appreciated, even if it wasn't a relationship, whatever circumstances. It just never felt like I could have that friendship, that genuine connection with someone. And I realized most of it is because of my beliefs, and that kind of created this expectation that I could never bond or connect with men in that way. And I think it's because some people do project that idea that you can't be friends with men or you can't be friends with women because there's always some ulterior motive or some other possibility, or they're not really looking at you as a friend, and it's more just about the value that you have based on your physical appearance or your body versus getting to know you as a person and genuinely caring about you. So I just wanted to talk about that for anybody who's wanting to manifest a genuine male friendship and really expand their circle and not have to feel fear, anxiety, or worry about male friendships not being genuine, because that can be a concern when you're trying to get to know somebody new. But that lack of trust is more you not trusting yourself and your identity and who you are as a person to be good enough for someone to accept you, whether that's male, female, whoever. So it's more of your mindset and your beliefs about men, friendship in general, that could be blocking you and limiting you from getting to know people on a completely different level and actually enjoy their company. And what I recently discovered is that I had this habit of romanticizing men. So I would see them more as, like giving the purpose of something physical, or, just when you have like an interest in someone and you feel nervous, you feel awkward, you feel like you're scared to be yourself. I felt that way around regular people that even though I didn't even like them, I would just feel nervous and kind of out of character, as if I couldn't be myself. And that's when I had the realization that I'm definitely romanticizing them a little bit, or even seeing other people with female friends, let's say someone that I was interested in or just know. Sometimes I would feel awkward, I don't know if it's jealousy, but I guess that's the closest word I could feel. And it's only because I was romanticizing the relationships that other people have, not realizing that the in most cases those were genuine friendships, like those were normal friendships, the same thing that I wanted to experience, just seeing it expressed, and yet I would misinterpret it as, they like them better, or, just comparing. And a lot of that is just a reflection of my own insecurity, not understanding like this is evidence of the friendship that you want. And the fact that I'm experiencing it means that I'm obviously in the vicinity, like I'm on that frequency to where I can have that too. But because of my mindset, I'm distorting it and romanticizing everybody's connections instead of seeing it for what it is. And I realized that it's also this all or nothing attitude. So in most cases for me, romanticizing, connections with people, if it didn't work out, or if, let's say, I got turned down or friend zone or whatever, I would literally just stop talking to the person. But I know there are people out there who can, maybe someone turns them down, but they'll still be friends and not care about it and genuinely be cool. Like I never had that, because I was always thinking, okay, well, I'm not good enough. And if we weren't really friends before we started talking, well, you're not going to have access to me now. Like, I guess in my own way, trying to punish or, get back at a person, and not really wanting to have ill will towards people, but recognizing that I kind of did. And it was just a reflection of my own insecurity. So I became very black and white. Like, okay, well, you're not my friend, so I'm not going to act like it. And I guess have more acquaintances than actual friendships, and not allow people to get to know me feeling like, okay, well, this is my way of, you know putting up my own wall, not giving you access. And if you only wanted me for my body, then now you're getting nothing from me. So it would be very easy for me to cut people off and not talk to them if I perceive something that they did as harmful towards me, and I would always be defensive. So even the smallest things, I would cut people off or shut them out and not talk to them, or be very cold, because I'm thinking very defensively instead of giving people a chance and not giving up on them so easily. So I had to stop being so black and white and be more open to giving people chances and seeing things in a different way, and separate my distorted beliefs from who people are. So yeah, that other beliefs, like people only want you for your physical body or intimacy, and that's where my value is. And also having a male-centered identity, just in terms of constantly needing validation to feel like you're good enough, constantly feeling like if you don't have male attention, for someone who's single and doesn't have any, that can really be destructive towards your self-esteem if you're basing your identity and your value and your importance on whether you have male attention. And the funny part is, even when I was getting male attention, many times it still didn't feel good enough. So what people don't realize is, when you have low self-esteem, you could still be experiencing the very thing that you're wanting, and it still not be good enough. And that's because the problem isn't the people, it's your distorted view of yourself. So it's really understanding, like, that confidence and that sense of self and that validation, that value. It never was supposed to come from people outside of you, but people have a habit of making this mistake. And then when you have a male-centered identity, you're looking to everybody out there to tell you who you are, and that just can't work. So especially in terms of building a friendship, you don't need somebody to tell you who they are, but how are you going to attract genuine friendships if you don't even know who that is? You can't make somebody like you if you don't even like you. You have to be able to learn how to relate to people in a platonic way and figure out what that means for you. Like, figure out what type of friendship that would look like, or what that would feel like. Obviously, you want to feel safe, secure, you want to feel trusting. You have to build those feelings within yourself, build that stability within yourself, learning that the whole point of this is that you always had the freedom to be who you wanted to be. It's just you judged yourself as not good enough, and that somehow being yourself, people wouldn't accept you. When the truth is, people are waiting for you to be yourself so that they could, come into your life. Or people could be in your life already, but because you're shut down and closed off, people don't even know that you could have such an amazing friendship with them. There's so many things that people would have in common with you, but because you're shut down and you don't believe in male friendships, or you don't even think that it's possible, then you lose access to what could really be right in front of your eyes. So I really had to evaluate assumptions about friendships as well as men, thinking that you can't trust them, whether that's romantically or even platonically. Because if you're thinking of your ideal friendship, that masculine energy, it's protective, it's calm, it's safe, it's comforting. You can have that without needing the romance part. Obviously, if you want that with your romance, that's fine, and you could have both. But I'm just speaking generally for having male friendships and having that consistency and that comfort, and none of the negative things that people are used to thinking about. I just think that you have to really be clear and certain about your expectations of friendship and what that looks like for you, how you want to feel. And I guarantee, once you switch your focus to that, you'll start seeing how easy it is to connect with people. It's literally just a decision that you have to make within yourself. Like, now I'm this person who easily makes friends with men. Men are, a strong force in my life. Whatever you need to tell yourself to make you feel comfortable. And just that change in mindset is going to change how you relate to men. And you'll see how you'll go from not having anyone to having a full support system that will never leave your side, or whatever. Like a strong brotherhood that you never had before. Because I don't have any brothers either. And I feel like I wish I kind of did, because that would have made me, have a different perspective on dealing with men, because when you don't have, those strong figures in your life to show you what it's like to relate to somebody and experience someone that cares about you in a loving way without the attachments and all that other stuff, it's kind of hard to teach yourself that and actually trust that people aren't being fake. Like, I think that's my biggest thing, just feeling like people aren't authentic. And because that was my assumption, I wouldn't allow people to get close. And I would just feel like they really don't care. But it's not that people don't care. It's just I had the assumption that people don't care about me, which is why I would always interpret things that they do in a harmful, attacking way against myself, when it could literally be something so simple as they were busy or just didn't have the time. Like, I would already count people out before even giving them a chance to, show up and do things. So I don't remember what else I had to say, but I feel like I got to the main part of it. So I'm just gonna end the video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And also, give me your experiences with male friends. Do you find it easy? Did you struggle, or did you believe that you can't make male friends? What have been your experiences or tips that you could give to have genuine friendships with people?